Hi you guys, welcome to my Curious Crafts. This is Shane, and in today's video we're going to be making bows. Why? Because it's Bow Wednesday. So let's get started, you guys. Okay, so as you can see, I have 2 stacks of 3 ribbons. I'm just trying to figure out which one I'm going to do. But as a bonus today, guess what? We're going to be making 2 bows. This video might get a little long. You guys know I don't do long videos, but we'll see how it goes. If you guys stick around, then I'll continue to do more than one bow. If you guys click out, then I'll go back to just making one bow. Okay, so let's get started here. I'm going to cut this tail about 36 inches or so. I didn't measure it, but it's about a guesstimate, about 36-40 inches or so. I'm going to dovetail it, and all that means is I fold it over in half, and I cut from the folded edge to the free edge. Then I fold the ribbon in half, I pinch, and I put that between the dowels. Oh, by the way, you guys, I'm using the Easy Bow Maker today. I'll pull out the bow dabber for bow number 2, and maybe next week we'll do the Pro Bow of the hand, or maybe we'll just freestyle a bow with our hands. Remember, we only use these bow makers because they add as a third hand for us. But these bows can very well be made without a bow maker. So if you don't have one, don't go out and buy it. It's not necessary. Okay, so let's catch up here. We measured about 10-inch tails. We put that through the dowel. We twist. And we measured out to about 6 inches. This bow maker happens to have, the measurements on it. We bring that through the dowels. Here we go. Then we twist. You see that? We twist, and then we measure down out to 6 inches again because I want these loops to be 6 inches. We're going to bring that through the bow. Because it's 4 inches and we're going to not use this ribbon anymore, I'm going to go ahead and not twist when I bring it through the dowels and just cut it off so that my tails are about even. And again, I'm estimating they're about 10 inches. So now we're ready for ribbon number 2. Well, no, actually we're going to dovetail. So you see, fold it over, cut from the folded edge to the free edge, fold it over, cut from the folded edge to the free edge on the oblique or diagonal, whichever way you prefer. Now, we are ready for ribbon number 2. I could be fluffing all day, but we are ready for ribbon number 2. You're going to have to fluff the bow in the end anyway. I'm making sure these loops are even because I don't like a lopsided bow. Now, ribbon number 2. Yeah, finally. I've been saying ribbon number 2 for the last minute or so. Okay, so we're going to measure out. I think I want we're going to cut this raggedy edge off. Can't use it. 10 inches. So a 10-inch tail, I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it through the dowel. I'm going to twist. I put this ribbon on that spool. That is not a good idea. I know better, but I do silly things sometimes. Don't ask why. I just do it. I was thinking I had all of this stuff on my table, and I usually don't have all these things on my work surface, but today I did. I've been really, really busy. Anyways, we're going to do about 5 inches here. So I'm going to measure out to about 5 inches. I'm going to take it through the center dowel, and then I'm going to twist so that I have the right side of the ribbon again. Measure out to about 5 inches. Take my finger there. Now, I have 4 loops here. When I come back through the dowel, I'm not going to twist. I'm just going to cut it off because I don't need to twist because I'm already on the pretty side of the ribbon, right? I'm just going to shape those loops where I want them in the bow. I'm kind of figuring this one out as we go because I don't know how I want the bow. I'm just looking at it, deciding how I want it as I'm making it. So, hey, we fly by the seat of our pants over here all the time, never really having a plan. I just pick out some ribbons from my wall and I go to town. Alrighty. Measure out. Let's see. This is going to be a little different. I'm going to measure out to about 16 inches and I'm going to cheerleader spike this ribbon, if you will. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a second. Just pay attention. So I measure out to about 16 inches and I'm going to cut it. I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to dovetail those ends, and what I mean by dovetailing is folding that ribbon over, cutting from the folded edge to the free edge, Then I'm going to measure out and see how much I have here. So 8 inches, I'm going to make about a 3.5 inch loop. So then I'm going to take the first one, turn it up, and flip that bottom ribbon over so that I have the pretty side. I'm going to take the pinch that I made in my hand and I'm going to put that between the dowels. I'm going to do the same thing again. Cool, you guys see that? Super simple. And if you don't get it, guess what? You can watch this video over and over or watch. I have so many Bow Wednesday tutorials in the playlist. Click the playlist, click Bow Wednesday, and there are so many tutorials. And a lot of my projects have bonus bow videos because I love bows. Bows can make your projects look so much better. Okay, so I always secure my bows with a zip tie. I don't know what I'm doing here. My fingers got twisted up a little bit. But anyway, I'm going to make sure that my center is looking the way that I want it, because once I ratchet down that zip tie, I'd have to cut it off to get the bow out and move anything. So we're not going to do that. And I always use a pipe cleaner to secure my bow, because that wire net pipe cleaner is not a good wire to tie the bow off, but it's excellent for tying the bow onto a project. You don't have to continue to twist it, so the thin wire is not going to break and affect your project. We're going to take our diagonal cutters and cut it off. I'm going to look at it a little bit, see what I think. These tails are flopping everywhere. That's why I need my fluff box. Not going to use it today, but just kind of spread it out, because now this is how your bow is going to look. You want to make it as pretty as possible. We have some ends here that we didn't dovetail, so let's go ahead and get that done. More practice for you guys on how to dovetail. Remember to cut from the folded to the free edge. Otherwise, you're going to come out with a cut that you're not going to be happy with. You're going to be quite upset. So we're just going to fluff it out a little bit. This ribbon, it's wired, but the ribbon is satin, so you guys know how satin does. It's not like a burlap that'll stand up and salute you, you know, or anything like that, but it's very pretty, and I think it's going to go quite well in a project. I'm just going to style it because I don't know what project it's going to go in yet, or even if it's going to go in a project. Speaking of which, I have a huge announcement for you guys. I really need you guys' help in helping me to grow my small business. And I was wondering if you guys wouldn't mind helping me out by sharing my video to your social media and your friends. In exchange for your help, I'd be willing to do a monthly bow giveaway. Now, mind you, we make bows every Wednesday. Of course, I couldn't give away every bow, but we do at least 2 bows, and maybe even a bonus, but definitely 2 bows. And all you have to do is comment down below that you shared my video, then have your people, your friends, tell me in a comment that you sent them. Simple as that. That's all you have to do, and you're entered into the drawing for each time. When you leave a comment, I'm already going to enter you into the drawing, but the more people that tell me that you sent them, the more times I'm going to put your name into the random picker, and the more opportunities you will have to win the bow. It's super simple. You don't have to do a lot, and you be helping me a lot, and I really appreciate it, because I'm really trying to grow this business, right? Don't have a lot of time. We're military, but don't have a lot of time on my hands to go out here and network and market. But if you guys would really help me out, I'd appreciate it so much. Now, let's get on back to what we were doing. These ribbons, I cut them at 25 inches, and I'm going to do the same thing that we did for the last ribbon on our previous bow. Fold them over, dovetail the end, decide that I like about 5 inches for these bows. So I'm going to pinch at 5 inches. I'm going to put it in the middle. Now, this little contraption, if you guys are not familiar, you're new, this contraption is the bow dabber. Again, it's a third hand. So it's pretty handy because you don't have to hold it in your hand. However, it's not something for you to go out and purchase. No need for that. You can always use a clip. And one of these days, I'm going to pull that clip out and stop forgetting to show it to you. And you can use any clip, but I have some pretty inexpensive little spring clips here. And if you don't know what that is, go to the hardware store. They'll point you in the right direction, right? Or even Walmart has spring clips. So get a little spring clip, and it's just to hold the bow in the middle really tight. Now, you're going to see in a minute that I was alternating those two 2.5-inch ribbons. I don't like having the same ribbon loops on the same side, so I'm going to take that out and I'm going to rearrange it. That's the beauty of having an additional hand and the beauty of being creative. You can do whatever you want. If you don't like it, take it out, redo it. You can do that with a clamp. But you guys, I make so many bows. These little tools are just helpful. You'll see in a minute where I get myself together. Okay, fold it in half, dovetail. This has just got to be the most super simple little bow. Now, here we're gonna get ourselves together. Am I confused? It looks like it, huh? Nah, actually, I'm trying to figure it out. My hands weren't going to catch up with what my mind was telling it to do. Forgive me. Now, 5 inches, pinch it, hike the first ribbon up, twist the second one, and so now we have the pretty side. Flip it around. Just little quirks, you guys. We all have them. Mine are showing because I'm on video, but okay, so now this is a 1.5-inch ribbon, and we're going to cut it at about 25 inches as well. We need 2 pieces because I need 2 loops and 4 tails. I could have cut all of this ribbon out at the same time, and typically that's what I do, but I wanted to show you guys as we went, kind of step by step, have some easy to follow bow instructions, because I definitely remember when I was starting out and learning and I was trying to watch videos and it just wasn't helpful. They went too fast. So I go extremely slow, and I hope that's helpful and not bothersome. But I want to make sure that you guys learn, because you always ask me or you comment that you don't make pretty bows. I believe that each and every one of you can make stellar bows. As a matter of fact, I know that you can, okay? So we fold it. We're going to cut from the folded side to the free edge. Now we're going to measure out our 5-inch loop, hike the first ribbon up, twist the second one, bring it down, place it into our bow dabber. I'm going to fluff those loops a little bit. It's a habit, just something that I do. Press it down. Now I'm going to pick it up. Now typically I'll put my zip tie in there because that'll help me pick it up, or I'll put a Chanel stem, pipe cleaner, however you want to call it. It's the same thing. Do you guys see that Chanel stem? It looks awful. Can't use that. I dropped my other one. I hate when things like that happen. I try to bring all of my supplies to the table. Oh, you guys, I was thinking about doing some bows live so that you guys can grab your ribbon and do it along with me and ask me any questions real time. Leave me a comment and tell me what you think about that. Okay, so let's fluff this one out a little bit and get it to looking pretty sharp. Yeah, we're just fluffing. And then I'll find something to put it on so that I can show you guys, oh my goodness, sorry, so that I can show you guys what it looks like on a project. These are not the final projects because it might be coming to you guys. You never know. Okay, while we're at it, I wanted to first of all thank you guys so much for spending time with me today. I know you could have been somewhere else doing something else, but you chose to spend some time with me today, and for that I am very, very grateful. If you're finding this video helpful, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell notification as well as a thumbs up, but at the very least, please leave me a comment. I love to hear from you. Bye bye. Be blessed.